the streets is you get shot, you get killed, or you get thrown in prison. And those are, you know, by far the most likely outcomes. And, you know, you've been in here watching the trial, and you've seen the pictures of Mr. Ryan posing with a gun as big as he is at 15 years old and going out and shooting and killing another teenager. And that's what gangs do, and that's unfortunately a lot of what rap music does. And if you are a modern day John Lennon, you know, I mean, he might have rapped too in this day and age. I don't know, but I know you're talented, and even if you choose to continue to rap, you need to try to use your influence to let kids know that that is not the way to go, and that there are ways out of poverty besides hooking up with the powerful guy at the end of the street selling drugs. And, you know, I know that happens for protection sometimes, but a much better way would be getting an education and setting, you know, hanging around with people who set a good example. And you be one of those people that sets a good example. I mean, all right, so that's my high horse on that. I could also go on. But I want you to try to be more of the solution and less of the problem. All right? All right, so it is not lost on the court that the state, had they been able to come to agreement on certain special conditions, was willing to entirely dismiss the RICO count, was willing to entirely dismiss one of the gang counts, and was willing to entirely dismiss this, you know, machine gun count. Was willing to give a sentence that permitted Mr. Williams to walk out of the door today, and therefore does not seem to be particularly worried that Mr. Williams, if on the streets, would be a danger to society. I'm taking that into consideration and crafting my sentence. And in permitting a NOLO plea to the RICO count and one of the two gang counts, I would not be permitting the NOLO to the one if you were not pleading guilty to at least one of them. But you are, and y'all admit a factual basis for the counts that you are pleading guilty to. I find there to be a factual basis for those counts, and for the remaining counts with which you are charged, I am going to impose a sentence, and I've taken a little bit of the suggested special conditions from the defense and a little bit of the special conditions suggested by the prosecution. On count one, the court sentence is 20 years to serve 5 years, commuted to time served, the balance of 15 years to be probated, and a $25,000 fine. On count two, the sentence is 5 years to serve, commuted to time served. That's the minimum sentence that's permitted on that count. It is required to be run consecutively. I'm going to run it consecutive to count one, but I am going to backload. Oh, I'm sorry, that is not commuted. That is 5 years to serve, and it's going to be run consecutively to count one, backloaded, by which I mean after you serve your 15 years of probation, if you have been successful on that probation, and I sincerely hope that you are, then at the end of that 15 years, I will commute the entire rest of any service portion of your sentence to time served. So I'll get to the end of it and give you the total sentence, but I'm also going to impose a $15,000 fine with regard to that count. Count 57, 20 years to serve 5, commuted to time served, the balance of 15 years probated, concurrent with count 1. Count 58, 10 years to serve 5, commuted to time served, balance probated, concurrent with count 1. 59, 5 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1. 60, 5 years to serve, commuted to time served, concurrent with count 1. Count 61, 5 years to serve, that is required to be also a consecutive sentence, so that's going to be run consecutively to count 56 and backloaded. Count 62, 10 years to serve, also required to be served consecutively, that's going to be consecutive to count 61, also backloaded. So essentially, the total sentence is 40 years to serve the first 5 years in prison, but commuted to the time that you have already served, followed by 15 years on probation, followed then by the backloaded 20 years, which can be served in custody and will be served in custody if you are not successful on your probation. If you are successful in completing your 15 years probation, that will be commuted to time served.
Yo, 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 it's your boy Cartier Kane, man, and we back. You already know, man, you salute me, I'm saluting you back, man. And right now, breaking news, man. Young Thug coming home, man. Young Thug will be coming home today. I mean, it was a long trial, man. Almost 2 whole years, man, Thug been locked up, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Mr. Steele, his lawyer, and his whole team. I mean, they was beating up this case. They was doing what they needed to do. The defense was applying pressure, but you know, at the end of the day, Young Thug got his money worth when it come down to this trial. He might then come home scot-free because the DA was trying to give Thug like 40 some years, man, do 25 in, this and that. It was split up all kind of ways, man. And Thug did not go for the first initial plea offer, which, hey, I don't blame you, Thug, you know what I'm saying? But I guess they came around, hashed out whatever discrepancies it was, and they decided to kind of go at the mercy of the judge, which, if you watch this trial since the beginning, when they had the black judge, don't know his name, but when they had the other judge, it's night and day. I mean, it seemed like the other judge was not in favor for nothing Thug had going on. This judge, I would say she's by the book, but she's compassionate. She's not going for a lot. You know, she can't be swayed. She's seen a lot of the games and the tactics that the state was playing. She didn't go for it. She called a spade, so I salute her for that. You know what I'm saying? Fast forward, they was playing at the mercy of the court. You know what I'm saying? Yesterday, or a few days ago, 2 other YSL members took pleas. And at the end of the day, the pleas was in their favor. They didn't have to tell on nobody. And if they complete probation and keep their nose clean, don't be wiping no, you know what I'm saying? Don't be sliming nobody out, and complete their probation, they can get the back end of whatever probation they had deleted. So, I mean, it's a win-win, man. You take it to trial, you gambling. And it might not be in their favor because they did have, it's just a gamble, you know what I'm saying? You don't know. So by Thug being at the mercy of the judge, she gave him, to sum it all up, 15 years, 40 years, but when it's all wrapped up in a bow if he complete his 15 years of probation without getting any trouble, then the remaining of that 40 is thrown out. So, I mean, I think if Thug just dive into the music, become a humanitarian, which he already has talked about that. What Brian Steele said, he's for the next 3 years offering to give back $100,000 to the Atlanta Police Department for a gun buyback, and giving money to charity and whatever he can. He's always been a philanthropist anyway. He always gave back to his community. So it's going to be a movie. It's going to be, he can make more money just keeping his nose clean, man. State didn't want him to be around any of YSL members, anything like that, any gang members. But I think the judge would permit that for him to be able to do that only if it's on a contractual basis, if it's regarding music and entertainment. You know what I'm saying? Because you never know. Thug might want to do a song with Snoop Dogg, which is a known gang member. You feel me? Or Birdman, which is, you know, he banged the beat. You know what I'm saying? But if it's contractual and it's in that realm, he should be able to continue to feed his family. So, Thug, I just hope that you stay focused and you do what you need to do to finish this and complete your probation, stay out of trouble. This is a lesson to be learned. I know you got a big heart, but you can't look out for everybody. You know what I'm saying? Some people gonna fold on you, some people gonna remain true. And this is just the way of life. This is unfolded, and this is a valuable lesson for all us to see. I think Thug has really learned his lesson. Once again, hats off to Steele, Mr. Steele, and his team. They did the best they could do under these circumstances. They was ready to take it to trial, but at the end of the day, if you ain't never took nothing to trial, I done took something to trial before. Let me tell you something. You think Candyman and Freddy Krueger scary? Take something to trial and be judged by 12. You know what I'm saying? And wait for the judge and wait for the jury to put your life in their hands. You know what I'm saying? I got found out guilty for what I took to trial. Let me tell you something. That was a scary move. Real talk. So, hey, if you ain't ready for that, if you ain't built for that, stay on the sidewalk, man. These streets, like I said in another video, these streets ain't for everybody, man. These streets is no joke, man. You gotta know what you signed up for. Your homeboy, your blood, everybody's suspect, man. When that time come down, as you can see, people like Thug had that song, Take It to Trial. When they found a plea deal that was righteous, they took it. So that just lets you know, don't nobody want to be in front of that barrel at the other end of that gun, man. So I want all y'all young folks to just take heed to this, man. The street life is, everybody ain't got Young Thug money. Everybody ain't got Young Thug money. And that's them states, the state attorneys, all of them, man. Miss Love, the other lady, the little white dude, Fannie Mae, whatever her name is, they gonna be out to catch anybody and one of them YSL members tripping up. They gonna hope, they gonna have their fingers crossed that them boys to trip up so they can make an example out of them. Everybody ain't gonna make it. That's just the fact of the matter. Everybody ain't gonna make it. You know what I'm saying? But Thug, he got something to live for. And I hope that you take this for what it is, man. Hope you take this for what it is. Everybody talking about, oh, I would have took it to try. No, you wouldn't. No, you wouldn't. That's why you on the keyboard putting comments down now. That's why you in the home, you in the house with your family. You ain't out there wiping nose, hollering out slack. You ain't living like that. You probably go to work, got a 9 to 5, but you in school or you in your mama house. You know what I'm saying? So you could talk, you know what I'm saying, all out your neck all you want. If you ain't in that man's shoes, if you ain't in none of them people's shoes, man, you know what I'm saying? These dudes are facing 100 and some years, man. And you at the mercy of no people that's not your peers. You at the mercy of strangers. You want to gamble with your life like that? Well, then you go do it. You go out there and jump head first in them streets and take it to trial. Before you judge, man, whenever you point a finger, just know it's 1, 2, 3. It's 3 of them pointed back at you, man. You know what I'm saying? Always know that. Whenever you point a finger at somebody, his finger's pointing right back at you, man. So you can't, like Tupac said, only God can judge me, man. But that ain't true. Because the judge gonna judge your ass, but judge gonna judge you, state gonna judge you, the jury's gonna judge you. And when they hit that gavel, that's all she wrote, man. It's short and low. It's done. You feel me? So, hey, salute Young Thug. Hopefully you come home. Can't wait to hear some new music. Stay away from all them busters, man. Hey, can't wait to hear what you'll do with Future. You know, Future keep his nose clean, man. Be around somebody like Future. You know, hey, be around somebody like Drake, I guess. You feel me? Drake ain't my cup of tea, but I ain't no hater. Hey, he make good music here and now. You feel me? I can't knock that. Future, hey, that's straight A-Town, that's straight Atlanta zone right there. So I can't wait to hear what you're gonna do with him. And hopefully, you salute and you shout out Go Yayo. You know what I'm saying? He been advocating for you real hard. And it is what it is. It's your boy Cartier Kane, man. You salute me, I'm saluting you back. Tell me how y'all feel in the comments below, man. Let me know, man. If you was Thug, would you have took that, or you would have still took it to trial? Leave a comment below and let me know. Yay.